Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Real Hazardous. Today, we're going diving, and the conditions are... meh. Okay.
Let's show you what was that again? Your little butt call?
Meh.
First time you heard a duck call in a dive video. Not a duck call, butt call.
What kind of ducks are you going after?
That's kind of like a duck too.
Anyway, to translate, that means there was a thermocline, so our temperature dropped about 10 degrees, made it rather cold on the bottom. Visibility was not great. And what else was bad about it?
I mean, I guess it was pretty much just that, but that was
Okay.
enough. I mean,
Yeah. So,
bad viz and cold water, that's pretty much...
like I said, it was just meh, not well.
So, we get out to the spot, we're ready to do some diving. We dove a couple weeks ago and it was nice. And we go out to inshore wrecks, and it was pretty crowded, you know. So we tried a new spot. We never dove this spot before, and it was kind of like...
We don't need a name. We don't need a name. Just go
It was
ahead.
at PM. So we get out to the spot, you know, put our dive gear on, you know, put on a wetsuit. That's no fun. But we get it on, and we get down. It kind of starts brown at first, and then it clears up, and then boom, you hit that thermocline, and it was cold and murky.
Very cold.
Yeah. We go down to this wreck, and it's a pretty neat wreck. It's kind of broken up, almost like a V, I thought. And it was nice, and it wasn't like real solid, which I think is better for fish. So we started working this. You know, kind of took us a minute, but we started finding flounder, which is pretty cool.
It was a little slow start at first, but yeah, started finding flounder.
Yeah.
Gigging here and there.
So the flounder stuff was going good, and we stuck us quite a few. You know, time to go up. So you know, we do our thing and go up.
You found one on the way up?
Yeah, they were just hanging out with us when we got up. About 30 feet, might get in a hot tub.
Oh, really? That much difference?
And it was about 72 on the bottom and what, 82 on the top.
Uh-huh.
Some of these, I got sharp teeth too. Yeah, you can see the coming right up to the boat.
Get to the top, and we're like, okay, let's you know, try another spot.
Cold.
That's when we realized our anchor was hung. I mean, it didn't look too bad when we went down, but I don't know, I guess it pulled a little and got caught up in the wreck.
Yeah, it was hung slap up.
Yeah. So we're like, well, we're going back down. So, you know, we go back down, and while we're down there, we started finding more flounder. So
Actually,
like,
more than the first dive, so it was fortuitous.
we're like, hey, well, we're just going to hang down here, you know, and we went down the anchor line, which is at the back of the ship, and we started going forward. And when we were, you know, going forward, we made our way, came back around, and we still had plenty of time left. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and there's terrible viz, maybe like, I don't know, 7, 8, 10.
Yeah, 10 at most. It wasn't really that great.
Yeah, and I'm looking down, all of a sudden I look up, and the shark comes swimming by me. I'm like, dang, you know. Didn't get a real good look. I mean, you could clearly tell it was a shark. I wasn't sure exactly what kind. So I'm
He
like,
could clearly tell. I was still gigging fish. I had
Yeah.
no idea what he was.
he didn't even see
seeing.
it.
So I'm just...
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that was weird, but I've seen them before and they take off, you never see them again. So we're still down there and shot another flounder. About a minute later, and all of a sudden I see him come swimming back. I'm like, dang. So I'm like signaling to Chris. I'm like, hey, shark, you know, let's just let's go to the front of the ship, you know, work our way that way. So we kind of swam backwards.
Yeah, he gave me the shark signal, and I mean, I know he's not a big fan of sharks unless it's Shark Week. So we start moving our way back, and as we're progressing our way to the anchor rope, I kind of glance down and see a big flounder on the ground. And I look around, I still haven't seen the shark yet, so I'm like, well, maybe he's just overreacting. So I go down and I stab that one, and I figured if there's an issue, if Jeremy's really concerned, he'll like give me a weird look or get real emotional about us having to go, and he didn't. He actually came down and stabbed one beside it. So I'm like, okay, we're cool. So I just kind of keep going to the gigging process of finding flounder. And about that time, I hear some sort of like yelp or something through snorkel talk.
I was yelling Christopher.
So, I was hoping he just saw like a big old like doormat of a flounder that he wanted me to come shoot, because he's just a very generous guy when it comes to shooting fish.
Yeah.
But I knew what it was about.
That shark, all of a sudden I see him again, and this time he kind of comes, and he starts slow, and all of a sudden he speeds up, and he darts out. I'm like, dang, and then he turns back in towards me kind of fast. So I'm like, that's when I say on a Christopher, and I'm putting my gun forward, you know, to push him back if he gets close. And he whips around. I'm like, looking Christopher shooting fish. I'm like, dang, I gotta fight this shark. I was like, he's clueless. There's a shark here. And he's just, I'm having a good time spearing fish. And I'm fighting off a shark, you know. But finally, you know, when I yell, he turns around, and that's when we, you know.
So, yeah, when he yells, I'm like, okay, it's the shark. It's gonna be one of those kind of stories. So, I'm like, okay, we'll go. Get these flounder later. Looks like about a 6-7 foot bull shark. Yeah. And he does one of his little like flippy things kind of coming at me, so I'm pulling up the Rambo spear gun pose, you know, just ready to lob my one shot at him. Yeah, we figured that was the time to call that one, so we go up in defense formation back to back, just kind of.
But yeah, the problem was though, we never got to our anchor line. I mean, we did as we were coming up, but you know, our whole mission was to unhook the anchor because it was snagged. As we're going up, the shark at first kind of follows us up, but then when we hit that thermocline, I think that's too uncomfortable for him, so he stayed away, which was really nice. It was nice to be warm again. I'm like, dang it, we gotta go back down.
Last tank.
Yeah, still got a little air left, so we can go back down. Guess we'll go back down and get it. He's like, you want to bring a stringer? I'm like, nope.
I brought a stringer.
He's shooting fish.
But there were mixed emotions about going down.
I felt like I was in like Aliens or something. You know, like a typical horror movie. You can't see nothing, right? So I got my spear gun. I'm kind of like, you know, and like you'll see like a big red snapper or some other fish just briefly come up, and all you see is like a silhouette,
shadow,
yeah, like a shadow, and you're like, okay, it's just a fish. So
you're being modest. You're more like, because
I can't move that fast underwater.
Yeah,
it's probably realistic. It's probably more like,
I don't know. I think we got some footage of that. Hopefully, we got some footage of that because he's very jumpy, and I get down there, and once the anchor's clear, I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste this tank just getting an anchor. So I start looking around and finding fish, stabbing it. But I know that shark's out there too. I've seen it at this point. And Jeremy's so jumpy that like when he jumps, I jump and like fling up because I think he's just seen it, and then it's nothing. It's like, okay, so I go stabbing for a bit.
Yeah, it was cold. We had plenty of fish. So I was like, let's go. Let's call it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, stay safe. I don't know how them Shark Week, I mean, it's always crazy. I watch Shark Week and there's people in there with professionals and the water's super clear. I'm like, come down to murky stuff, kick up some sand, shoot some fish, and then see how you feel when a bull shark comes up to you. But, I mean, I'm sure it's pretty intimidating anytime you're with a shark, so.
Yeah, unless they're tame.
You can't tame a shark.
No, we can't. No, I'm sure somebody could.
Yeah.
So, if you like the video, give us a like. Give us a comment if you got a question, tip, one of these ways to avoid the sharks or fend them off, or if you know the best shark repellent bat spray you can find, let us know where we can find that. Like us on Facebook. Check out the website, realhazards.com. You can get some merch.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see y'all next time.